I don't need it on a playlist. It's everywhere.
That's not the unofficial anthem of Christmas. Like, come on, man.
Oh, but it is, Jake. All I want for Christmas is you. Where is this you?
Yeah, is it the dog? Is it Santa? Is it the wholesome pole dancing tree that she's dancing on? What is you? You know, that's a good question. Where's he at?
Hello, and welcome to the Untitled Gen X podcast, a podcast dedicated to the pop culture that raised us. I'm Lori, a writer and pop culture lover who's very merry to welcome my new best friend, Big Brother Jake, to chat all about the song Mariah Carey calls among her greatest achievements. Yes, little lambs, we're talking about Mariah's 1994 holiday classic, All I Want for Christmas Is You. But before we get into the earworm of it all, I'd like to tell you all about Big Brother Jake. Jake Warner, his government name, is a Navy veteran and a radio veteran. He's a SoCal native who works as an on-site engineer and producer for the Los Angeles Clippers and the Los Angeles Kings radio broadcasts. He also hosts the Big Brother Jake podcast and serves as the executive podcast producer and development of talent for Rose City Sound. He's also a loving father of 3 daughters and the warmest guy you'll ever meet. Welcome to the podcast, Big Brother Jake.
Wow, that intro. I sound more important than I really am, I guess. That was beautiful. Thank you. Thanks for having me on.
You're very important. You're a radio veteran. I mean, you've been doing this for a long time.
Oh, yeah. 21 years now.
Wow.
Yeah. 21 years.
Wow. And your podcast, you've recorded like 148 episodes. Like, you've been doing that for a while, right?
You're on it. Yes, absolutely. I've been doing podcasting as a host for the last 3 years now. So It's a whole different realm from what I'm used to.
Right.
But I love it because I talk a lot anyway. So I might as well record it and put it on, some kind of record, I
have to tell you, Jake, like, you were just the word I used when I was talking to Aaron Bender, who joined me for the Boys to Men episode. Yes, he is a big fan of yours. I know he's a close friend of yours.
Yes.
I called you infectious. Your personality is just so big. And Aaron suggested that I have you on, and I thought it was such a great idea. So thank you so much for joining me. Like, we're new best friends. I mean, I said it in the beginning.
We're besties now, so we can't go back. We're homies for life now.
Homies for life. And I'm so excited to talk about Mariah Carey and All I Want for Christmas Is You with you.
This will be fun.
She is like the indisputable, like, queen of Christmas, right? Like, the world has just decided.
Yes. All of a sudden, she is the one that dominates Christmas music all over the globe now.
She really does. Like, we are armpit deep in Mariah Carey season.
Yes, we are.
She's everywhere.
We can't even discuss Thanksgiving yet without her singing in our ears while the turkey's being cooked.
Oh my God, Jake. I mean, we saw that video of her that went viral of her saying, like, it's time, and smashing the pumpkins. It's like November 1st. It's like, welcome to Mariah season.
Yes, exactly. Yes. Exactly.
So I thought before we jumped into the video, we should talk a little bit about the history of this song and how it came to be. And because, it's literally everywhere, and we all know the song. I'm not going to say we all love it. We all know it, but we don't all know the history. We
don't. That's what we're going to dive into right now. That's right.
Let's drive Santa's sleigh back. Let's start from the beginning.
Do it.
So in 1993, Mariah Carey was just the shit.
Yes, she was.
She was coming off of like huge success from her 3rd album.
Mm-hmm.
That album was Music Box. And that is the album with like Dream Lover, Hero.
Great album, yes.
Anytime You Need a Friend. I mean, that album still slaps today. Like, it is fantastic, right?
I get goosebumps thinking about it. I love that album.
It's so good. So her management team at the time, which included her then husband, Sony CEO Tommy Mottola.
Yes.
Okay, Tommy Mottola, who Michael Jackson once famously called a mean and a very devilish, that Tommy Mottola.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he was part of her management team, and he was trying to figure out, like, what should Mariah do next? She's at the top of her game. Where do we go from here?
Right.
Someone on her management team came up with the idea of a Christmas album. And at that time, that was almost totally unheard of because she was at the top of her game. And like Christmas albums were one of those things that were reserved for people who like were once big deals and really weren't anymore. And it was their way of being like, hey, world, I'm still here. Let me put out a Christmas album. But Mariah always loved Christmas. So she was like, I like this idea. Let's give it a try. She said, I'm a very festive person and I love the holidays. I've sung Christmas songs since I was a little girl. I used to go Christmas caroling. When it came to the album, we had a nice balance between standard Christian hymns and fun songs. It was definitely a priority for me to write at least a few new songs. But for the most part, people really just want to hear the standards at Christmas time, no matter how good a new song is. Now, a lot of people don't really know Mariah Carey is an incredible songwriter. Like,
she is.
She's not just pretty face and an amazing vocalist. She has written like 17 of her 18 number one songs.
Right. Yeah, absolutely.
I think we forget about that sometimes.
You know, a lot of people do. And it's funny you say that, if I could bring this up. I was talking to some of my daughter's friends, right? And I was playing something from Music Box. I forget what song. It might have been Anytime You Need a Friend.
Okay.
And I was bumping it at ignorant levels. and they were like, who is this? I said, it's Mariah Carey. Oh, the Christmas song lady? I'm like, no.
Oh, hell no.
I was pissed. I almost kicked the kid out of my house. I'm like, no. She's done way more than that. That's just a smidge of what she's done. Okay. So I had to school these youngsters on how great she is.
Better educate. Yes.
Right. And all of a sudden she's like, oh, wow. So she did that song and Fantasy and all. That's her? I'm like, yes, that's the same one. So I told my daughter, you can't be friends with her anymore. So yeah, that's that misnomer that a lot of people, they don't think she writes her own music and they don't realize how talented she is outside of that one song.
You know, over the years, I just think because she's just such a big personality and she's known for being, you know, kind of a diva, that I think that's all they think Mariah is. Like, she's just a diva performer that performs songs that other people write.
Yeah, and that's far from it. She's very involved in the whole process.
Yeah, she's a genius.
Oh, absolutely. I mean,
absolutely.
Range, writing skills. She can arrange a song real well. Like, she's very underrated when it comes to that.
Yeah, she's the whole package.
She is.
So what Mariah decided to do, she was like, okay, I know it's like spring, summertime, but I want to try and get into the Christmas spirit. We're going to be writing Christmas songs. Let's get in the Christmas spirit. So she decorated a Christmas tree at home. She lived in upstate New York and they had a recording studio in their house. So, you know, it was all happening there. So she decorated a tree. She was playing It's a Wonderful Life. She made a list of all the magical things that she loved about Christmas since she was a kid. And she said, I wanted the song to feel like something that I could have grown up listening to. That's why it has that sort of like old school sound.
Yeah, there's like a nostalgia to it.
For sure.
There's definitely a nostalgia to it. Yes.
Yeah. So even though the original plan, of course, was for her to cover holiday standards, she co-wrote and co-produced this hit in about 15 minutes. Like what? And she did this with badass legend Walter Afanasieff. And this was on her first Christmas album titled Merry Christmas in 1994. Slate suggested that the Christmas magic of this song is literally baked right into the song. It's almost formulaic. Now, Jake, I'm not a music person, but I know that you are.
Somewhat, yeah. I might be able to.
You've produced music. You've made beats that have shown up on radio, TV, film.
Yes.
Quite impressive. I
actually had a song that charted in France too.
Did you?
Yeah, I produced a song that was like number one for a week. Pretty cool.
That's so cool. Yes. So apparently this song has a dulcet harmony. That means something. I don't know what it means. And it's made up of at least 13 distinct chords, including this really like special minor subdominant chord known as the most Christmassy chord of all. And this is a chord that is even found in Irving Berlin's iconic White Christmas. So it's almost like subliminally part of our Christmas consciousness.
You know, it's funny you say that because now that you're saying all this, I'm like hearing the song in my head right now. And I'm like, damn, yeah, that's accurate. And because there's a lot of Christmas songs out there that don't feel like Christmas, don't sound like Christmas. They just do a regular song and throw a damn sleigh bell on it. And that's a Christmas song. There you go. It's a hit. Nah, just because you have somebody popular doing it and throw a sleigh bell on there does not make it a Christmas song. You got to feel it. And whether you like the song or not, you feel the Christmas spirit in the song. 100%.
You really do. It is so much more than just the sleigh bell. Like you were saying, like it feels nostalgic, almost like it's always been. And it hasn't. This song came out in what? 94?
Yeah. I was a senior in high school when it came out. Yes.
So was I, class of 94.
There we go. Okay.
All right.
That's why we're friends. See?
That's why we're friends. Totally. So the single was actually released on October 29th, 1994.
Mm-hmm.
And in January 1995, it peaked at number 6 on the Billboard Hot Adult Contemporary chart because there's some delay in reporting. So, Jake, before we get into your thoughts on Mariah.
Yes.
How do you feel about Christmas in general? Are you a Christmas guy?
See, here's the thing. I'm not really a Christmas guy.
Okay.
But for the sake of my daughters, I love Christmas for them because Christmas wasn't fun for me growing up. I don't want to be a Grinch, but when I see how happy my daughters are, and they decorate, because I tell them, let's not decorate my place this year. No, come on. All right, so we do it. I do it every year, and we go all out.
Nice.
When I see them and see how happy it makes them, then it makes me happy. Right. But if they told me, Dad, don't decorate this year, I probably wouldn't. I think a lot of Christmas is commercialized a lot.
100%.
And it takes the mystique out of it. That's why I love Thanksgiving so much, because you're around people. You're around people you love. And the only thing you're sharing is food. Like, you're not trying to, you bring this, you bring this, you bring that. And you're not trying to outdo each other with gifts. I think Christmas has gotten to the point where, hey, let's try and outdo one another, or I'll impress you by buying this big ass gift that nobody really wants to buy, but keeping up with the Joneses type deal. I just don't like what Christmas has become. And I wish we could kind of take it back, to just loving one another, being with family, and enjoying each other. And it lacks that nowadays.
It really does. I know what you mean. It was almost in a weird way. And I feel stupid saying it because last year was just such a shit show for like a billion reasons, right?
Yeah, it was bad. Yeah.
But I have to say, like, Christmas, I didn't get to see my family because we were playing it super COVID safe last Christmas. We did not spend time with extended family at all. Mm-hmm. So we just stayed home, just our immediate family. And it was not that I didn't miss my family. I 100% did, but it was just sort of nice because it was like dialing it back to the most basic and simple principles of Christmas that we just, we got to get up, be lazy. We had a nice, simple Christmas. We spent the day together. It was very quiet. We weren't rushing here, rushing there, doing this, doing that, all the things that make the holiday season so frantic and crazy.
Right.
So it was a nice sort of reminder about like the need to really stop and recognize and focus on what matters and just let the rest of it go. But it's hard, It's really hard. I feel the need to see everybody before Christmas and give to everyone. And it's expensive. It's stressful. The stores are terrible. Like,
that's the other thing. Like, everyone's stressing to get somebody the hot toy or the television that they've been wanting. Instead of, hey, I want your time. I want to be with you. I want to hang out with you. And I've always been that way. Like, to me, the most valuable currency for anything is time. You can get money back. You can get material items back. You can't get time back. And when somebody is gracious enough to give you a piece of their time, to me, that's the best gift I can get from anybody, whether it's my best friends, my kids, whoever it is. I feel that time is the most valuable commodity we have. So I feel that Christmas lacks that. And with COVID and everything that's happened in the past couple of years now, that what you were discussing about how you had your immediate family around you and you're spending time together, to me, that's Christmas. That's what I love about Christmas.
Right.
And I want more of that. I like, in an ideal world, I hit the lottery, I'd just fly in, all my family, all my friends. We're on this big ass house and we're just laughing, playing music, playing cards, dominoes, whatever you want to do, and just enjoying each other's company. It doesn't matter who got a gift or who didn't. But knowing me, I like to be generous sometimes, and a lot actually. And I would like, hey, all your stuff is in this hidden room. Go get it. Your name's on it.
Free for all. I love
it. Right. But like, I don't like. I would rather give. I don't need gifts because I could afford anything I ever wanted. Mm-hmm. I don't need somebody to get it for me. But Christmas has become that whole thing where it's commercialized. It's just being together is what it's about.
Yeah, it feels super gross to me. And that was what I said to my husband last year. I'm like, this is the first year, as much as I missed people, this is the first year where Christmas doesn't feel gross to me.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. I felt the same way because I got to spend time with my girls and we weren't worried about gifts. And I see their little heart stressing out over me. Like, Dad, what do we get you? Like, what do you want? I want you happy. That's all I want.
And I want your time.
Yeah. I want your time. Spend time together, eat good food, laugh, watch movies, cuddle up on the couch in blankets. And it's hard to do that in LA, California, but we try.
It's like 100 degrees here right now. We're in Southern California, you guys. It's like so hot.
It's like I have my AC on.
Oh, it's rough. I know.
It's ridiculous, man. But yeah, that's what I just love that part of it.
Yeah. Okay. So even though Christmas isn't really like your jam, what was the best Christmas gift you ever got?
Oh man. Okay. This is a funny story. So for Christmas, what I wanted from my mom, I wanted like back in the 90s where we grew up, the most popular thing, especially in my neighborhood, was those big sports parkas, they had like the team name on the back, the big hoodies, the big ones.
Yeah.
And I wanted a Laker one, like bad, really bad. So I asked my mom, I'm like, Mom, can I please get a Laker parka? Like, that's what I want. And she's like, I'll do my best, but I don't know if I could afford it because we were broke growing up. Like, we were lucky to get 1 or 2 gifts each. And that was fine, because we spent time together and we ate food and it was like good food.
Food is love, man. Food is love.
I'm in love just looking at me. So she tried, but she couldn't afford it. She was a hairdresser, single mom.
Okay.
But she bought me this double deck tape recorder, like a boombox with double deck on it. And at first I was like, I didn't want to be ungrateful because I knew my mom worked her ass off to get it. I was like, oh, thanks, Mom. And I'm like, okay, I'll make it work. And then I learned how to make beats off of that double deck tape recorder, which was unheard of because I couldn't afford a beat machine. So that was like my favorite gift. And I kept that thing all the way through the military till I got married. And it finally just died on me. But that was the best gift she ever gave me was a double deck boombox.
And look at the longevity of that and like what it ended up giving you. That's so cool.
Yeah, because I ended up being able to hook it up to my DJ equipment and I could make mixtapes, and I was selling mixtapes in high school, and then make beats and sell the beats to like rappers that were terrible, but they'd give me money for the beats. So I was like,
I love the hustle. It's good.
I've been hustling since I was 13 years old. Nice. I've had a job since I was 13. I've always worked. And so that gift was so amazing. And my mom was like, you really liked it? I was like, Mom, first I didn't. I'm not going to lie. But I loved it. She was like, I got it for like $45. I'm like, what? She's like, that's all I could afford. But it ended up being the best gift ever. And we were using that boombox to open gifts and listen to music on it. Again, like I didn't have a car stereo in my first car. So that was my car stereo. So I left
just
California.
Strap that baby in.
Yeah, that's right. It was California to Virginia, back to California. And I still had it. And I was, So that was the best gift ever.
So cool.
And I know how hard my mom worked. And she was so sad. So since then, she's bought me 3 Laker jackets because she feels bad about it. And like, Mom, don't buy me any. I can afford it now. Like, don't worry about it. It's fine.
Oh, what a good mom. I love that
she's
story.
Awesome. Mama Pam, I love her. Shout out to Mama Pam.
That's so great. So, Jake, what are your thoughts on Mariah, just in general?
Oh, I love Mariah Carey. I love that she's been able to transcend through the different decades. She's made a lot of dope party anthems. She's made a lot of tearjerkers. I'm a big fan of Mariah Carey. I know she's a diva. I know people that have worked with her that's like, I can't work with her, but I love her music. But overall, I'm a fan. I'm a big fan of hers, And I remember being in boot camp. We couldn't listen to music at all until like our very last week when we were about to graduate. And that's when One Sweet Day with Mariah Carey. Of course, Boyz II Men, Aaron Bender,
Oh, yeah. You guys check out that episode.
It was a great episode, and he was funny. And just seeing all those pictures was great too, you know. But One Sweet Day, and I heard that song at boot camp, and all of us grown ass men that were push-ups and doing guns and all that, crying. and so I was like, man, but I've always liked her music from day one. So I'm a big fan.
Okay, so you're a big fan of Mariah. Are you a big fan of All I Want for Christmas Is You?
No. I like it, but if I'm not going to put it on my, like, I have my playlist of Christmas music, which I'm not a big Christmas music person.
Okay,
but
fair.
I'll listen to it. It'll get me in the mood to decorate. My kids love the song. They love her whole album, the whole Christmas album. That song in particular, I just think they played the hell out of it so much that it's just like.
That's how I feel about it too. It's like the song is great. Okay.
It's a great song.
It's indisputable. The song is great. It's nostalgic. I loved it. Probably the first 500,000 times I heard it. But like, it's not on my Christmas playlist either because I know the minute I step into CVS to grab a milk, it's playing. Right? The minute I go to my dentist, it's playing. The minute I step in an elevator, it's playing, or the post office. So like, I don't need it on a playlist. It's everywhere. It follows me. I don't need to like bring it into my home. It's already everywhere I go.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
See, that's my point about the whole song. Like, it's a great song, but if I heard it ever so often, then I'd be like, damn, I can't wait to hear it. Because it puts me in the mood, but it's like, I hear it with my kids, you know, because they take over my car stereo when I'm driving them around. And then I'll go into a store, like you said, and it's there. And I'll go into a business and it's there. It's like, damn, why? Why do we need, that's not the unofficial anthem of Christmas. Like, come on, man.
Oh, but it is, Jake.
Apparently so, because, and I'm the Grinch because I don't want to hear it every single day, 4 times a day.
How dare you?
How dare I?
Monster.
I am, damn it.
Well, the New Yorker, they describe the song as one of the few worthy modern additions to the holiday canon. And you know what? I agree because
I do. Yeah.
Now it's very popular for singers of all levels of current popularity to be putting out Christmas albums. So we really are inundated with them. I mean, I will say, have you heard Mary J. Blige's Christmas album? It is fantastic.
It's fire, man. I love Mary J. Blige.
It is so good. That is part of my playlist.
Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, for sure. For sure. Yeah. Mary J. Blige, she, you know, at least in studio, I've heard her sing live and, you know, but like.
Oh, really? Ooh, the tea.
Yeah. Well, okay. So I didn't mean to go off track here, but I was at the Soul Train Music Awards in 1992. Okay. And that's when Real Love came out. That was her jam. And that was my
so good.
Love that song. You hear that piano. Dun, 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 dun. You're like, oh, you know, you started dancing. And when she started singing, I was like, who the hell is that? She got booed off the stage. And when they did post-production on it, you didn't hear the boos. I was in the audience and she got booed off stage because it was that bad. She finished the song, but it was not good. But yeah.
I'm just going to assume that was an off day because she is hella talented.
She is. You know, it was hard for me to sit through that. But I think the reason was she was dating Casey from Jodeci at the time and they were going through a lot. So I think that might have had to do with it. And they were both at the venue that day. So they probably had an argument or something.
That's what it is. We've decided.
Yeah, at least in my head, that's what happened, and I'll forgive her for it.
Yeah, we all have off days sometimes.
We do. It
just happens. So.
Didn't mean to go off track with you.
No, it's a great story. I love it. Yes. Are you ready to talk about the video?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm ready.
You might not know this. I actually didn't. There are actually 2 music videos for this song.
Really?
Yeah, and they were both directed by Mariah.
No way. I only know the one where she's frolicking in the snow.
In the snow. Okay, so that's what we're going to talk about.
Jewels on me. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, that's what we're going to talk about because that's like the primary like video, right? That's the one we all know. Yeah. So there's another video and it was shot in black and white and it features Mariah done up in this like whole 1960s look. Yeah, she's wearing like go-go boots and she's performing on stage and there's background singers and dancers.
Wow. Okay.
I will link to this in the show notes so you guys can check it out.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's the same song. It was filmed at around the same time. So it's a young Mariah. it's a fun watch, but we're going to talk about the home video. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. As of this recording with you, Jake, the video has been viewed over 699 million times.
Jesus.
I'm surprised it hasn't hit 1 billion.
I'm surprised too. Yeah.
Yeah. Like the song is fucking everywhere. Like I'm just surprised that the music video hasn't broke the internet, but it hasn't.
No. Very shocking.
The video, it's like splices of home movie footage, right?
Yeah.
It's images of Christmas trees and nutcrackers. It's Mariah playing in the snow. Mariah is waving at the camera many, many times.
Yeah. Yes.
She blows a lot of kisses to the camera.
A lot. I thought they were towards me, but my ego got crushed. But yeah, whatever. I'll get over it.
A lot of Mariah playing in the snow and falling in the snow. There's a lot of falling work happening. Yes. We see her at one point cozy inside of a rustic cabin holding a white rabbit. Like, was that a gift? Who was that from?
Right.
Yeah. She's playing in the snow in this red snowsuit, and she's wearing a beanie and her hair's in braids. It's all very cute. Then she's in the snow wearing like an off-the-shoulder velvet Santa dress.
Yeah, where it's like 10 degrees in upstate New York.
Yeah. Yes. I'm like, what are you doing? So there is a Santa in this video.
I've seen the Santa, yes.
Okay. Did you know the Santa is Tommy Mottola?
No way.
It is.
Damn, you're dropping jewels on me today. Had no idea. No wonder she's all cozy to him, because I know he was protective of her.
Right. Like he was like, there will be no other Santa other than me.
Yeah. He used to sit in studio sessions when she was with other artists and would watch, like, just make sure nothing happened.
Oh, no pressure or anything.
Allegedly. Yeah. I gotta throw that out there because I don't have the money to be getting, sued by him. But I did not know that. No wonder she's all cozy, because I've seen the video a million times. Like, damn, she's really like up on Santa like that.
Yeah, she is up on Santa like that. And at one point, she's like basically pole dancing on some trees. Some like Christmas trees outside.
Yes. What if that was his idea,
I mean, it was wholesome pole dancing, but it was pole dancing nevertheless, yes.
Wholesome pole dancing.
Yes.
I've never thought in my 45 years of life I've ever heard that term. And I know people that have been to those kinds of places. I don't know. I've
Not
heard.
you, Brother Jake.
Even as a sailor, come on now. But wholesome pole dancing. That's great. I want to use that as part of my vernacular now, man.
Hashtag wholesome pole dancing.
That's amazing. I love it. Tonight, can we go have go view some wholesome pole dancing? You in? You want to go? I'll drive.
There you go. While you're pumping Mariah's "All I Want for Christmas Is You." Yes, you got it.
I love it.
Okay, so there's some dogs in the video. They're dressed in sweaters. I love a dog in a sweater.
Yeah, of course, it's cute.
It's so cute. And one of those dogs, I don't know which one, was Mariah's dog named Jack.
Jack. Thank you, Jack, for participating in the video. It's amazing.
Thank you for your smart sweater work. Yes.
Right.
So we see Mariah, she's just so fun and playful. She's playing with dogs. She's shaking presents. She's tossing wrapping paper at the camera. Yes. She's trying on a silk robe. Like this is a gift that she got.
Right.
The one thing missing from this video, it's got your wholesome pole dancing. It's got dogs and sweaters. I mean, it's got everything you could ever want.
Oh, I love
the only thing missing in this video is the you. All I want for Christmas is you.
Yeah.
Where is this you?
Yeah. Is it the dog? Is it Santa? Is it the wholesome pole dancing tree that she's dancing on? What is you? That's a good question. Where's he at?
Who is you? I mean, we all know it was probably Tommy Mottola because he wouldn't let it be anybody else. Allegedly.
Yeah, for sure. Allegedly, yes.
Yeah, we're not trying to get sued.
No, we're not.
I felt like the video it was a fun video. It felt nostalgic, all those things. But
very
I felt
innocent. Wholesome.
Let's tell the story of the video.
Yeah. Okay, so the rabbit that she's holding is not enough. The beautiful cabin in upstate New York is not enough.
No.
Santa that she's pretty much lap dancing and canoodling with is not enough.
No.
And then the wholesome pole dancing tree is not
right.
enough. So who the hell is you?
Who the hell is you? Where is you?
Is it like a 6'3" muscular guy? Is it a 5'10" chubby guy like me? Like, what the hell? We need to know this, Mariah.
We do need to know this because, it was all she wanted, Jake. Did she not get it?
No, and she's blowing kisses to who? Is it you?
It's you, Big Brother Jake. It's you.
Well, like I said, it was a bad breakup. I'm finally getting over it. We'll be okay. Okay, I'm back. So, but maybe it is me.
I don't know. I just felt like, I wanted a little bit more, just a little bit more.
Yeah, because it's lacking. Because now I see like the dogs jumping around in the video and the rabbit, blowing kisses. Maybe you is like on military deployment.
Oh,
maybe
that's sad.
Maybe
we don't know, but I said there were a lot of kisses, waves, and falls in this video. Yeah. I counted them. I went back to count them because I was like, this is an ongoing thematic element here.
Great.
So the kisses, any guesses on how many kisses she blew at the camera?
I would say about 7.
There were 6. You were very close.
Oh, damn, almost got
it. Okay. How many times did she wave to the camera?
5.
8.
Damn it.
It was a lot of waving.
Yeah, who are you waving to?
To you, Big Brother Jake.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, that's right.
Let me get over it.
How many falls in the snow?
6.
Actually, I made it sound like there were a ton of them. There were only 2, but even like 2 seemed like
but they were so dramatic though in the falls because she like falls in sections, like it's like that's 3, right? That's 1.
I'm surprised after those falls she wasn't like doing snow angels. There were no snow angels, which was surprising.
You should have directed the video.
I know, Mariah. I mean, she directed it. God bless, but
see what happens when the artist takes creative control over everything. Damn it.
It wasn't enough, Mariah, that you wrote the song, sang the song, and you had to direct the video. Like, come on, leave something for the rest of us.
Yeah, some people need jobs out here, man. Come on.
Especially back in 94, damn it.
Right?
Jeez.
The session was bad.
It was bad. So one of my favorite things to do is to read YouTube comments.
Oh, yes.
Okay, so someone wrote, everyone who works in retail, : ah, shit. Here we go again.
Yes.
Yes.
I can only imagine you're working at JCPenney or somewhere.
Dude,
you're like,
those kids at the Gap are like, shit.
Yeah. What the hell, man? This shit is killing me.
I know.
That's great.
It's true. Someone else said, my sympathy goes to the retail workers of America this holiday season. Yes, yes, same. Okay. Someone else said, I have been baited into this 3 times today. This is literally the Christmas Rickroll.
Yes.
It is.
That's kind of a dig at Rick Astley. I'm a big fan of his.
My husband loves him so much.
I listen to Never Gonna Give You Up every day at least once. Every day in the shower, one time required before I leave the house.
It's like your walk-up music, like to life, right?
Exactly. Yes. Yeah, because it hits the soul. It does. Soul. Make that a Christmas song.
Throw some sleigh bells on that shit.
I'm going to remix that shit.
All right, do it. We want it. The world is asking. Okay, someone else said Mariah Carey has been carrying a whole holiday for nearly 3 decades with this song.
That's accurate.
True story. Yep.
Yeah, because it's a part of our folklore now, part of the American fabric, if you will. It
absolutely is. Yes. Someone else said, oh my God, I can't understand. How did our parents live without this song? This is the best one.
Oh, my dad would, God rest his soul, my dad would be like, I had Motown and Jackson 5 Christmas music. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
I just fine without it.
I survived.
Yeah, he survived. My mom, same thing. She likes the song, but it's like, yeah, throwing some like Nat King Cole or something like.
That's a great album too.
Oh, the Jackson 5 Christmas album is amazing. The Motown compilation Christmas album is amazing. And, if we could sidebar for a minute, my favorite Christmas song. Yeah. I don't know if you're going to ask that later.
Tell me.
This Christmas by Donny Hathaway. Every time he gets me. Every time.
Johnny Hathaway.
Oh.
The songs for you.
He's so
that
amazing.
Song makes you just,
That's what this Christmas does to me because that's nostalgic,
So someone else said, this was my favorite.
Oh, this is going to be good. She's laughing already.
Someone said, imagine going outside for Christmas and hearing your own song every single time. Okay, if I was Mariah and I don't think Mariah is stepping into 99-cent store or whatever. I don't think she's hearing her song maybe as much as the rest of us are because she's not running her own errands, right? But imagine if she would be like, cha-ching.
Right?
Every single time.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a money maker.
Yeah, like every year, she's clocking 7 figures out of it, man.
Dude, I actually have a figure here. Hold on.
Oh, I love it. Yes.
By 2017, The Economist reported that the song had earned $60 million in royalties.
Holy shit. Damn.
That was in 2017. The song hadn't even hit number 1 on the Billboard yet. It didn't do that until 2019. So imagine, like that was 2017. It had hit 60 million. I don't even want to know what it is now.
Oh, she got to be over 100 million on that song alone.
Shoot.
Alone. Damn, that's crazy. Damn, I need to start writing songs again, man.
You need to write like the new Christmas standard. Yes.
I'm ready.
The song was released in 94. In 2003, like 9 years later, it was featured in the film Love Actually.
That's right. Yep.
So it like had a big resurgence after that film because it's featured prominently. And that film has become like a holiday favorite for a lot of people. They watch it every single year. So unless you live under a rock and you forgot all about Mariah's annual Christmas explosion, that film will remind you. Yeah. But in 2015, Mariah adapted the song into a children's book of the same name. And then in 2017, there was an animated film that came out. It's a straight to video film called All I Want for Christmas Is You. And in it, a young Mariah wishes for a puppy for Christmas. So she's been like reworking this.
Hey.
She's just making piles of cash upon piles of cash. Then in 2019, like I mentioned, 25 years after its initial release, the song finally hit number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100. And that is amazing because it broke all kinds of records, including the longest trip to number 1.
Wow. That's crazy.
And that happened in 2019. And then last year in 2020, it hit number 1 again.
Yeah, people stuck inside. They wanted to feel like they were at the store again.
Yeah.
Ordering on Amazon and bumping All I Want for Christmas Is You.
You're right. They're on Amazon clicking their shopping cart. And they're like, damn, I wish I was in a Gap. Damn, I wish I was in a Forever 21.
Right.
I wish I was in a Foot Locker right now. That is hilarious. I suspect it'll hit number 1 again this year, especially because Mariah is really big on like leaning into the Mariah season of it all.
Oh yeah, she's playing it up. She knows what she's doing.
In fact, Mariah just teamed up with McDonald's.
Really?
Yes, for a famous orders collaboration where beginning December 13th through Christmas Eve, if you make a $1 purchase at McDonald's, you will nab a freebie, a different freebie every day based on Mariah's favorites off the McDonald's menu.
Wow. Okay.
So get you to a McDonald's. I love McDonald's. I'm a huge fan.
I do too. Everybody,
it's so good, Jake.
Yeah, everybody talks shit on McDonald's, and I know it's not good for you, but damn, it's fucking good, man.
It's so good.
It's so good. Like, get that quarter pounder. Oh, I'm hungry now.
It's so good. And Mariah's favorite on the menu. Any guesses? What's Mariah's favorite menu item at McDonald's?
Chicken McNuggets, maybe?
No.
Fries?
No.
What is it?
It's a stupid cheeseburger. She's wrong.
What?
That's nobody's favorite. It's a lot of spongy bread.
Yeah, you get the cheeseburger when you have change in your ashtray or whatever in your car. Like, I'm hungry, but I don't want to spend a lot of money. I just need a snack. I'll have enough for a cheeseburger and a soda. That's like $3. All right. That's when you eat a cheeseburger. Yeah. You're not like planning your night around a cheeseburger from McDonald's.
Come on. Where's your Big Mac? Where's your quarter pounder?
Like,
let's eat something of substance, Mariah.
Yes.
Yeah. So in 2019, she reissued a deluxe 25th anniversary edition of this album. And it included 2 new music videos for this song. So now I think there are like a total of 4. Yeah, there's like 4 music videos for this song.
The first one was enough.
It really was enough.
Yeah, like what else do we need to see?
We need to see Mariah with her you. I don't need to see Mariah in like a sexy velvet number singing this song. I know what Mariah looks like. I know she's a gorgeous woman.
She is.
With an incredible voice.
Right.
Show me a Hallmark love story. That's what I want in my music video. I want Mariah's happily ever after.
Yes, her marketing team is missing out. And Lori, you should be part of like head of marketing and head of like creativity for her team and find the damn you that she's been looking for 25 years, because we all want to know. It wasn't Nick Cannon. It wasn't Tommy Mottola. It wasn't Derek Jeter. Who the hell is the you? Because she doesn't have the you. She's still singing about it. You're onto something.
I think I am. Thank you for that vote of confidence, Big Brother Jake.
I will ride for you. I will campaign for you to get that job because you know what you're talking about. Maybe she wants you because she wants you to help advance her career even more. Maybe it's you, Lori. I figured it out.
I've been wondering what to do, like next professional steps. Maybe this is the answer.
Yeah, you might want to like reconsider some things in your life. You know?
And you know what? Maybe if I had like a hot second away from this song without it playing in my head, I could actually figure some shit out.
Yeah, you have to do it in the summertime because that's when you're not going to hear it.
Yeah, okay. So the legacy and the staying power of this song, like it's totally indisputable.
Absolutely.
Andrew Mall, the assistant professor of music at Northwestern University, told Time, "It's not a religious song. She talks about Christmas, but no religious beliefs."
That's true. Yeah.
It's actually a love song. And he said, anyone can inhabit those lyrics. The lover is not named. The lover is not gendered. So anyone can put themselves in that position as needing someone to love at the holidays. It's a secular love song, not a religious Christmas carol. And I think that really sums it up.
You know what? Yeah.
It is vague enough that it can be something that just belongs to everyone.
Absolutely. It's not exclusive. But the thing is, like, you can listen to it in a church. You can listen to it at a backyard boogie, and no one gets offended. The only thing that's offensive about it is it's played too damn much. Other than that, you can bump that track anywhere. Now I think about it, anyone can listen to it. Man, what's his name again? The professor? He's smart.
Andrew Mall, assistant professor at Northwestern University.
Get that man an honorary doctorate because he broke it down better than anywhere else I've ever heard in my life.
Mm-hmm.
She was onto something when she wrote that.
In 15 minutes.
Damn. But a lot of hits are made in quick amounts of time, though, because it's that synergy that comes in that studio. I've sat in a lot of studio sessions, and some of the sessions where they were 3 hours, we ended up throwing the whole damn song away because it sucked. But there's times where 20 minutes, yeah, I got it. Oh, and then you play a melody. Oh, shit, this shit's going to bump. And then all of a sudden, you're out and you sell that damn track for a lot of money. And they're like, how long did it take you? You don't want to tell them, but you're like 20 minutes.
You know what? It's true, though. It's like I've talked about this before with other things on the podcast. It's like sometimes it's energy and magic and it's lightning in a bottle. And sometimes it just, for whatever reason, everything comes together to create this perfect thing.
Yeah. All the stars have to align. Everybody's energy has to match. And that's how hits are formed. And if you listen to interviews of artists that have told you about their greatest hits, it's usually, we just got together and it was quick.
That's so cool. This song has sold an estimated 17 million copies. I'm sure it's more by now.
Oh, yeah. You add the digital sales to that, I'm sure it's over 100 million. Yeah.
And this is the best-selling Christmas single by a female artist, like by far.
Oh, yeah.
Historically.
Everyone loves that song.
Everyone loves it, even if they're tired of it.
Yeah. I mean, when I don't hear it after like a week and it's Christmas time, I'm like, okay, what's going on here?
Something's very, very wrong.
Something's off. Play it, damn it. Let me walk into the gap. Oh, there it is. All right, I'm good.
Whew, everything is back to normal.
The universe is back down.
So, Jake, I want to shift focus from the queen of Christmas to you, the king of podcasts.
Oh, yeah, I'm trying.
You're doing it.
So
before we get into the Big Brother Jake podcast, can we talk about your super cool day jobs?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Okay, cool. So you've worked for Westwood One, Fox Sports Radio, the Los Angeles Dodgers,
yes,
even with Vin Scully, which is amazing.
Yep.
You currently work for the LA Clippers and LA Kings radio broadcasts. What's it like? I know you're a huge sports fan. What is that like to be making real dollars at a day job doing something you love?
Let me tell you, and I get goosebumps like hearing all that. I never take it for granted, number one. Anyone that follows my social media, every time I'm there, I do video, I take pictures. And I know some people are like, damn, dude, we know where you work. Like, yeah, but I'm happy. It's a surreal feeling because the first sporting event I ever went to was the Clippers, and I'm a Laker fan, but like, and I love the Clippers now because you know they pay the rent. But like,
buy the Christmas gifts.
Yeah, absolutely. Even the single if you want them, right there. I walked into the LA Sports Arena. It was the Clippers versus the New York Knicks, and walking into a sports arena, it was like the dopest feeling in the world. My dad and I, we didn't have a lot of memories together, but one of the few memories we had was walking into the sports arena and then 6 months later walking into the Forum and seeing the Lakers. Always the Clippers. Like my dad was a cheapskate, man. He always tried to buy Clipper tickets when you could buy them for $4 with a Big Mac purchase, you know?
Not a cheeseburger.
Yeah, not a cheeseburger, Mariah. You know, and I won't bad mouth the Clippers now because they're box office now. But walking into the stadium or the arena, and you walk in and see the lower bowl and see the lights on the court, it was like the coolest thing to see. And every time I walk into a Staples Center now, I'm like, wow, I am so blessed to do what I do every single day. And I get goosebumps. And I take a minute before I set up my gear to soak it all in. And then I set up my gear. And then I take another moment after and said, holy shit, I don't belong here. Like, how the hell did this happen? It's a surreal feeling and I love it. And I hope I could do that job. And I mean this with all my heart. If I won the lottery, I would still do that job. I'd do it for free.
That's amazing.
I love it that much.
You know, I have to tell you, Jake, because I follow you on social media and I have seen you post every time I walk into Staples, I get goosebumps.
I do.
And I love that you feel that every single time.
Every single time. Even because here's the thing, like every time I walk in, everything that's bad or even good goes away. It's like I get paid to watch this shit. Like I get to watch sports and I get to control the play-by-play that's playing for millions of people. I'm in control of that. I'm the mixer. And I'm like, so I got my own play-by-play here that I can interact with. My man, Noah Eagle, shout out to Noah Eagle, Clippers play-by-play guy. And Hall of Famer Nick Nixon and Daryl Evans with the Kings. They treat me so wonderful. And we all have a good time. Like when we're in the booth, all of us, different sports, it's a big party. Like we're laughing, you know, they're playing the warm-up music, you know, when people are coming in, we're dancing and we're like singing along and having a good time. And we have chemistry and a bond like no other. And that's what makes it fun too. I love it. Like I don't work today as we're recording this. And I'm like, damn, I want to go to work.
Oh, we should all feel that way. That is so great.
It wasn't always like that for me though. This is what I've always wanted to do. I mean, I wanted to do play-by-play, but I had a speech impediment. You know, I have a lisp that I have to like talk through. So sometimes it comes out, sometimes it doesn't. I stuttered as a kid, but like the best thing next to that is sitting next to the person doing it and controlling their audio. Even with the Dodgers, you know, I got to travel with the team and that was fun.
Oh, it's incredible.
That was the best 2 seasons of my life, man. It was like career highlight. I love what I do now. Don't get me wrong, but you're on the road with your favorite baseball team. And going and watching your favorite baseball team in all the different ballparks across the country, man, it's a great feeling. I've been so blessed to do what I've done. Like I could write a book, man. I call myself the Black Forrest Gump because I just fall into situations that, what, you did that too? Damn, who do you not know? Like it's crazy. I've lived a charmed life, man. I love my life.
It's so great. And you get to share your stories for everyone on the Big Brother Jake podcast.
Yeah.
It's part of the Podcast One Network lineup. I have to tell you, your observations and your like hot takes on society and news and things that are going down in real time, they are always fresh, always relevant.
Thank you.
You're a really positive person. Like even when you're mad, Jake, I find it so charming. I find you completely adorable. Even when you're like, I'm mad. I gotta tell you guys why I'm mad. I'm like, tell me, Jake, tell me why you're mad because I just love it so much.
Thank you. Thank you. I mean, here's the thing. A lot of people want to put you in a box, you know, and they want to put you in a certain category. You really can't put me in a category. You know, you can't, oh, are you liberal? Are you conservative? Man, I'm human. You know, some things I am conservative, some things I'm liberal on. And I think that's the problem with society nowadays. It's like we always have to label somebody, or it's ridiculous. It's like, come on, man, just what happened to us being human beings? Like, we can't talk to each other because somebody likes the other candidate, or this political belief should stop me from being your friend. No, it's stupid. It's stupid. It's all feathers on the same bird if you look at it. So it's like, you know, it's my view on things when I do my podcast. It's how I see it, and I'm not going to apologize for who I am and how I view it.
In talking through current events and societal issues, what has the experience of podcasting taught you? What gifts has it brought you?
Well, here's the thing. The one thing I've learned about podcasting and being heard in 80 different countries is so
cool.
Yeah, that's crazy to me. I'm like, man, I'm just like, I live in Eastern San Gabriel Valley. Like, damn. I learned that you can reach people and you don't realize it. You know, one of my favorite stories I tell all the time is, I never say his name, and he just goes by the name of Jay, and he's from Cleveland. And he is a podcast junkie, and he was going through chemotherapy. And he was like, I want to see this logo, Big Brother Jake. You know, okay, I'll try it out. And he heard me, and he's like, man, I listened to every episode during chemo. It got me through chemo. I'm like, really? Like, you hear stories like that, or, you know, because I'm a single dad, it's like you're relatable to people. Like, my biggest audience is women, which is crazy to me because, like, I'm not trying to cater to women on my show, but
you just got the thing, Jake.
Well, what are they? You know, I'm busy a lot, probably. That's why. But that's the thing. Like, podcasting taught me you have a reach, and like I've always been like this. I'm not different for the podcast. You know, I'm this amped up. I'm this hyper. I'm this fun to be around. I'm the life of the party. I like the whole court. I'm that way. I just translate that with a microphone in front of me.
Right.
And I learned that people can relate, and everyone won't like you. And I like that everyone doesn't like me. Some people I get on the damn nerves, and I love it. Those are the ones I cater to.
You know what? Those are the ones that are hitting subscribe and listening to every episode.
Absolutely. Yeah. It's like, oh, you're mad? Let me buy you a cape. Now you're super mad. Okay. Kiss my ass. Like, you know, I'm unapologetic about anything I discuss. But that's the thing that podcasting taught me, that you have a reach and people listen to you and people remember things. They'll say, you said this, and that. I'm like, when? When did I say that? Episode 109. Like, oh, yeah, you're right. I did. I guess. Yeah.
You're like, shit, I'm up to 150 now. I don't remember 109 and I don't remember 23.
Like, I forget it after I do it. I'm done. And it's like people bring it up and they're like, yeah, man, I was sitting with my friends at the barbershop and we were listening and laughing. Like, really? Why? Do something else with your time. Like, you know, I appreciate the listen, but dude, don't debate what I'm talking about with a group of people. Why, man? Go get some girls or something. Like, like,
well, and I think this is the thing people don't really understand about podcasting. And before I started this podcast, because I've only been doing this for about a year, I consumed a ridiculous amount of podcasts. It's like, it was always going on in my ear, no matter what I was doing. I was listening to a podcast. And, you know, you started this in 2018. You are not the same person now that you were in 2018. And so when people are saying like, oh, well, you said this and you're like, I'm a different person. I've lived some life. A lot of shit has gone down.
Oh, hell yeah.
I'm ever changing in how I feel about things. I'm growing and evolving.
Yeah. And if you're not, you're going to be stagnant. And what are you going to learn in life? You know, When I started my podcast, I was in an unhappy marriage and I wasn't fully myself the first 50 episodes, maybe.
Okay.
Wasn't myself, you know, because I mean, I would talk about politics and or any topic that was a hot button topic. I was never afraid to tackle that. But I'm like, I'm happily married with my kids, but I'm going to talk about this because I'm crazy, man. I'm loud. And then it's like, you know what? Nah, man, I'm still not being authentic to myself. And so I evolved. And I talked through a lot of my pain with my divorce. It's still going on. Like, it's been 2 years, you know, so it's something I can talk about and not hurt anymore. And people like that. Cause like I had one episode where I just bared my soul and I cried. And I was like, I'll put it out. Fuck it. I don't care. And I got the biggest response. And people are like, man, I'm going through that too. Oh my God, man, you touched me on that. And it's like, that's what podcasting is so dope. You meet people and you connect with people and you learn. That's the coolest part.
And it takes you places.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Speaking of taking you places, what's next for you?
Ooh, here's the thing. I'm going to dive more into the video aspect because I know the way things are going now, people need visuals. You know, people aren't patient enough just to hear your voice. They want to see you.
Well, shit. This is a drag, right?
I hate that. Like, can I be in my home studio and not be seen? Like, who wants to see me? Now I got to like lose weight and put on like, you know.
I feel like I have to brush my hair. Like,
right.
What, really?
Let me wear a t-shirt, my hat, and just be here. Like, you know, I want to get all. Yeah, but I mean, if the checks are clearing, then yeah, all right. How y'all want me to dress? Suit and tie? Bow tie? Got you. But, you know, the thing is, I want to be in the top 100. I want to be where Joe Rogan is. I want to be where like Mike Tyson is and all these, you know, Adam Carolla, one of my, you know, network mates over there at Podcast One. Like, I want to be up there with them. That's the goal to where it's like, damn, you do a podcast every day? Yeah. Yeah. And we have fun. We get sponsors. We're living good. We're eating good. And people know who the hell we are. And we're doing live remotes out all over the country. Like, that's the goal, like to be seen. But I also want to continue to be that escape for everybody else because, you know, there's so many podcasts are dedicated to politics or sports. Like, I've done sports my whole radio career. If I did just a sports-driven podcast, I'd go fucking nuts. Like, I would be so like, this is some bullshit. Like, I don't want to talk about X's and O's. I want to talk about why gas prices are high. Or how come Will Smith keeps putting himself out there looking stupid? Like, those are the things I want to talk about. That's what everybody else is talking about. Like, I want to talk about that with everyone else. I don't want to talk about LeBron James is injured and when the Lakers aren't playing, they're like 1-7 with. I don't care. Like, nobody wants to hear that. Like, everyone expects that from me. And then when they tune into my podcast, they're like, oh, damn, you talked about, you know, being a dad, you know, and your girl's having her first period and stuff like that. Yeah, because that's real life. You know, it's not real life when these dudes are playing baseball or basketball. That's fantasy, man. It's entertainment. It pays the bills. I ain't gonna lie, and I'm not gonna disrespect it. But that's not what people really want to talk about. Let's talk about, you know, damn, what do I have to make for? I gotta cook dinner. I want to eat out, man. Like, you know.
I want a quarter pounder with cheese.
Yes, I don't want to make food for the family.
What's my Mariah freebie today?
Right. Exactly. So those are the things that, you know, I want to continue to do and build that kind of brand and have a platform to where I just want to be me and show the world that a kid that grew up poor from San Bernardino, California can bum rush the podcast world and be entertaining, educate a little bit, and I can learn something. I've been told all my life, you're not going to make it. You're not good enough. You talk too much. You have speech impediments. You know, you're sensitive. And I am. I'm a crybaby, man. Especially since I had daughters. Oh, my God. I cry over everything now. Like, oh, she's driving. My oldest is driving now. And I'm like, when did this happen? And those are the things that I like to talk about because that's what people are going through. And I want that, like, way down the road. Yeah, I'm trying to get big, man. I'm trying to make that
good.
Big.
You know, I heard on a recent episode that you had some goals of being the Quincy Jones of podcasting.
Yes, because I produce a lot of podcasts too, you know. So.
Yeah, tell me a little bit about that. What's that like?
So I'm gonna plug a couple people here. Shout out to my family at Rose City Sound. There's a podcast that's really good called On This Frequency. And it's with Ricky and Natalie. They're like my little sisters. And they talk about everything, like real shit, you know, like stuff I won't even talk about on my podcast. Like, damn, that's real. They're raw, but they're amazing. And I produced that one. And then my guy, Nick Hamilton, he does a lot of sports stuff. He owns Nightcast Media, and I signed on to work with him. And just based off the radio experience I have, I just try to guide both of them and work with them and show them, hey, look, I'm an outsider looking in. This is how this should go. This is how that should go. And they're crazy enough to let me do it. And so I like to wear different hats because it keeps me fresh. Eventually, I want to have a network where I have different podcasts under my umbrella and I could step away from the mic like this and produce from back here and be happy to do it. You know, that's what I want to do. I love this stuff so much. I don't want to retire. I don't want to do anything else. I love podcasting. I love radio. And I want to be the Quincy Jones because he's created stars. Like Thriller sold 100 million albums. 100 million albums. And that was before the digital age.
I know.
And Quincy Jones is in the studio with analog equipment, nothing digital, reel to reel, and sold 100 million copies. Okay. That's magic. And that man, I admire him so much in like his drive and his genius. And I think I have something to offer to this world. Like, I was not gifted with a jump shot. I couldn't dunk a basketball. I could barely hit a baseball. If it's a curveball, I'm done. I'll strike out. It has to be high and outside. I'm not gonna play. But like I wasn't gifted with that. But I think this was my calling since I was 5. I had a Mr. Microphone, walking around the house. Like, damn, dude, can you stop? It's in my blood to produce. It's fun to be behind the microphone, but I love to produce more. Like, that's my favorite, because it's like when you collaborate with genius creatives and that magic happens in the studio, whether it's a podcast studio or recording studio for music, all of it's fun. And that's what drives me.
I can tell that this creative collaboration really does feed you. It
does. It really does. Thank you. Yes. I love to do it. And I love working with people that want it, and when they want it, I'm going to bring it out of you. My guy, Nick Hamilton, he was the one that told me. We were sitting, I was at a car wash. And we were on the phone together. I was getting ready to go out of town. And I was like, dude, my podcast, man, everybody else's podcast taking off. I'm kind of mad. I want to do more of mine. And he says, well, maybe your calling is not to just blow yours up, but everyone else, because you have such great ideas. And he's like, you're the one that told me you had 3 Emmy winners that were under you in radio, and now they're blowing up in their markets. I'm like, yeah. And worked with a Marconi winner. It's like, yeah. And he's like, you make stars, bro. That's your calling. And I'm like, yeah, maybe you're right. My mom says the same thing all the time. It's like, you make people around you better. You should be a motivational speaker. I'm like, I would do that. That'd be fun,
What I love is that you're just so open to the possibility. You're so open to fresh ideas and new opportunities. And I can tell that you welcome it all. And a lot of us are very closed-minded and very linear in our thinking about these things, but you're really not.
Well, see, that's the thing. And thank you for that. I would be stagnant if I just did one thing. That's why I couldn't work. I quit radio full-time for 4 years and worked at my alma mater, University of Laverne, because I went back and got my degree at 35, and I graduated in 2.5 years.
Love it.
I was taking 25 units a semester until I finished, and working full-time, 60 hours a week, and raising 2 girls. I'm still married, but I was doing everything normal and through school on top of it. So that's why when I hear somebody say, oh, I can't, I'm tired. Shut the hell up. Yes, you can. You're lazy. Mm-hmm. That's just me. But if you want it bad enough, you'll do it. And so I want to learn more, because my way is not always going to be the right way. If I learn a different way how to do something or learn something new, it could enhance my skill set, and I could go on to do something even greater. And that's why that all goes back to wanting to learn all the time. I'm nowhere where I want to be, but I'm very happy where I'm at.
Well, you can't ask for more than that.
Absolutely. I'm living a dream life right now. All that's missing is the mansion and a pool and a truck.
All Jake wants for Christmas is a mansion, a pool, and a truck.
That's it.
Santa.
Damn it, Santa. Santa or Mariah?
Where are you at?
Where you at? Where are you at? You? But yeah, I mean, I could go on and on. This thing will be 5 hours to let me keep talking.
Oh my gosh. Jake, thank you so much for joining me. I had such a blast talking about Mariah and you, and I love your energy and spirit. You're just so much fun, and you're so warm.
It was my pleasure to come on, Lori, and anytime you ever want me back on, I'm down.
Yes, I will definitely be having you back. And you guys, I'm going to put links to all of Jake's stuff in the show notes. Be sure to check them out. Check out the Big Brother Jake podcast. You will not be sorry. I love it so much. It's always such a fun and inspired listen. So thank you, Jake. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much for having me on it. I had a really good time. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And Gen Xers can find us on the web at theuntitledgenxpodcast.com and on Facebook and Instagram at the Untitled Gen X Podcast. We hope you keep in touch, beautiful people. Bye.
All right, y'all. Bye. Deuces.